Is the universe made of matter, or is it made of mind? This question has haunted philosophers, mystics, and physicists for centuries. But what if reality as we know it isn't made of atoms, spacetime, or even energy, but thought? And what if you, the person reading this, aren't a physical entity at all, but merely an idea, one concept among countless others floating in a cosmic consciousness? This might sound like science fiction or abstract metaphysics, but it's an increasingly relevant notion in philosophical and theoretical circles. As simulation theory, panpsychism, and digital physics gain traction, a growing number of thinkers are considering that what we perceive as the material universe might in fact be emergent from thought, not the other way around. Under this radical view, reality is not a thing. It is a process of awareness, an unfolding dream, and you are a character in that dream. You are a thought inside a mind so vast it seems indistinguishable from the universe itself. Let's start with the idea that consciousness is fundamental. Traditionally, science has treated consciousness as a byproduct of the brain, something that emerges when neurons fire in complex patterns. But some theories suggest this relationship might be reversed. According to panpsychism, for example, consciousness is not generated by matter. Instead, matter arises from consciousness. The atoms and particles that build the universe don't create awareness. They are manifestations of it. This leads us to the idea of the universe as a thought. Not a thought in your mind, but in a universal mind, what some traditions have called Brahman, the Tao, the Logos, or simply Source. From this perspective, everything we experience, stars, trees, love, suffering, is a kind of symbolic structure in a divine imagination. Like characters in a novel or programs in a simulation, our identities are not standalone entities, but storylines playing out within a deeper intelligence. So where does that leave you? If the universe is a thought, then you are a sub-thought. You are a narrative thread within a broader web of meaning. You feel like a self, a person, with memories, preferences, and desires. But that sense of self may just be a clever illusion created by the continuity of experience. The philosopher David Hume famously wrote that he could never find the self in his introspections, only a bundle of perceptions. In modern terms, your identity is like an app running in the operating system of the universe, sustained by awareness, but not separate from it. This isn't to say you don't exist. It's to say you exist differently than you think. You are not a biological machine bumping around in a mechanical universe. You are a conceptual entity, a pattern of awareness, experiencing time and space as mental categories. In this view, death is not an end but a transformation. Ideas don't die, they change form. The same is true of you. This framework helps explain many of the paradoxes in physics and philosophy. Why do particles seem to act differently when observed? Because reality responds to awareness. Why does space seem relative and time elastic? Because they are not objective containers. They are part of the illusion generated by mind. Even quantum fields, which are often described as the true substrate of reality, can be interpreted as waves of potential, collapsing into form when interacted with by consciousness. Mystics across cultures have echoed this truth for millennia. In Hinduism, the world is Maya, an illusion projected by cosmic mind. In Buddhism, the self is empty, a moment-to-moment process with no fixed essence. In Gnostic traditions, the material world is a dream, and awakening means remembering your origin beyond form. Of course, these are not claims you can easily test in a lab. They belong to the realm of speculation, intuition, and direct experience. But they offer a powerful lens through which to reconsider your place in the universe. Rather than seeing yourself as a tiny accident in a cold cosmos, you might begin to see yourself as a note in a cosmic symphony, a self-aware idea loved into being by the universe itself. The implications are profound. If we are ideas, then meaning is not something we add to life, it is woven into the fabric of existence. If the universe is thought, then imagination, creativity, and love are not luxuries. They are sacred acts of co-creation. And if you are a concept in the mind of the cosmos, then every moment is an invitation to wake up and remember who and what you truly are.